Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guest, Hippodrome Theater Artistic Director Stephanie Linge, shares a sneak peek into the 51st season with performances that empower us, and we discuss education opportunities, outreach, and community events, and the newly renovated Art House Cinema. Let's keep Gainesville hip. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I'm delighted to once again introduce our guest, Stephanie Linge, Hippodrome Theater Artistic Director. And it's wonderful, as I said, to have you here once again, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it means a great deal to me and to our show, because every year since you've taken the lead as artistic director, we've done a show about the Hippodrome and your season, plus one on your last year 50th anniversary, which was celebrated in grand style. A great time to go down memory lane and look ahead. And now here you are, your 51st season underway.
We're back again.
I know.
And thank you so much for having us. It is a joy to be here with you. You've been a huge supporter, and we can't thank you enough, so thank you.
My pleasure, because live performance means a great deal to me, and it's a treasure to be able to go to the Hippodrome, to know you're here. I mean, I always look forward to it. Just had an opening night for POTUS, and once again, superb performance.
Oh, thank you.
What a launch for the year.
It
and
is.
You directed it. So
I did.
Congrats.
I did. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's there's such a joy. We are the artistic hub, the artistic heart
Yes,
of
you
downtown
are.
Gainesville, and to be able to launch our 51st season just really reflects how important the arts is to this community, and it's so many. There's so many ways to discover the Hippodrome, and a lot of people come through our main stage productions,
Right.
but some people come through the Art House Cinema, through the events, through the gallery, through the rentals,
Right.
and it is an honor to be the artistic heart of downtown Gainesville.
And you truly are, and the iconic front of the Hippodrome, old-time post office, as we all know, and Federal Building, and but you see that all lit up, and you go the Hippodrome,
That's right. That's right.
and that says a lot.
It does.
So you, again, yes, a centerpiece of this community, this cultural centerpiece. And you have a theme for this year.
We do.
That I think really does reflect, well, where you're going and where you're leading, and that is empower.
Yes.
So share that. What does that mean?
All of the characters, all the lead characters in our plays this year are struggling to find strength and perseverance in order to be empowered. They are looking to change their lives, to change their worlds, and finding the strength within themselves. And one of the things the Hippodrome does, and what live theater does
Right.
for me, is it inspires. Live theater is a communal experience.
Right.
There is that energy, right?
Yes, and it's never the same. Every
never.
night is different.
Never the same.
Yes,
And-
every audience is different.
And the audience is part of that, because the actors react to the audience reacts to the
Right.
actors. It is a very integral, that everyone is experiencing it and participating in it in a different way. And one of the things that, like I said, live theater can do is it can inspire you. It can touch you in a way that maybe TV or films can't, as you
Right.
lean back. And I think having the inspiration to stand in yourself and to stand for yourself, to find your strength,
Right.
to find that empowerment for yourself, is something that everyone wants to feel, yearns to feel, and is inspired to feel.
And sometimes maybe we can't articulate it in the same way, but when we're there in the audience, with people, it increases our ability to communicate
Yes.
because we hear it, we share it with others. So the whole experience just allows for a greater sense of humanity.
Yeah.
As you have said to me before, it requires us to lean in, to, as you said, to participate, to make this performance. We may not be on stage, but we are still part of what is happening, and it feeds our soul. There is nothing quite like a live performance, time and again. If someone said to me, a wonderful dinner, or gave me several options for a special night, I would always choose a live performance because it is the absolute best. And so to have the Hippodrome here is, as I said, it's a treasure. And we're gonna and you've expressed it so well. Thank you,
Well,
Stephanie.
thank you.
We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back and talk more about the season. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Hippodrome Theater with artistic director Stephanie Linge. And Stephanie, your first show of the season, POTUS, a political feminist farce,
Yes.
outstanding, and thank you, in collaboration once again with the UF School of Theater and Dance.
Yes, we are very proud and honored about our relationship with UF School of Theater and Dance,
Indeed.
and it gives us an opportunity to bring up-and-coming talent onto the stage as well as into our design. This particular show, we had a costume and lighting designers from their MFA programs, as well as 2 undergrad actresses on the stage.
And they were superb.
They were.
Yes, and as that school has increased its degrees with more design, with more technical degrees, this all comes into play. So having the Hippodrome in Gainesville is a great, advantage.
Absolutely.
To the UF School of Theater and Dance.
We love the collaborations. It brings an excitement and new ways of looking at things to us, and we get to expose young and up-and-coming talent to professional theater and what it's like versus academic theater, so they are more prepared. They have
Right.
credits going into the world
Their
of
future.
professional theater. Yeah.
Indeed. And so the show is hysterical, but and again empowering. And that takes us through, we've got a whole season to discuss.
We
Okay.
do.
Give us a
Yes.
sneak peek of
Well,
what comes next.
You've already talked about POTUS, our first show. Right after that, we actually will be launching into several fall events that
Great.
we are doing our New Works Festival.
Yes.
We feature Floridian playwrights. We had over 50 submissions this year. We have chosen
Outstanding.
2. We're also going to be doing a 24-hour play project featuring 2 local Gainesville playwrights as well. We feel it's very important to give
Shine that
opportunities
light.
and shine that light within our own community as well as within the community of Florida.
Right.
So we're very excited about both of those. Those are happening at the beginning of October.
It's
We
a
have
busy month.
Oh my gosh, it
I
is.
know.
We
Halloween.
have a Halloween event for the Halloween aficionados, and you can go on our website and find out more about that. But it does involve zombies.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, and as well it should.
As well it should. And then we're at the holidays, and
Okay, once again.
we are bringing back the ultimate Christmas show,
Yes.
Abridged. We did this show many years ago. It was a huge hit. It's so funny. 3 church members end up having to improvise the entire Christmas variety show when all of the acts get snowed in and can't make
So
it.
no one else shows up. Yes.
Exactly. It is hysterical, and it's a love letter to all of those traditions
Yes,
of the
that's what I think.
holidays.
Yes.
And of course,
And of course, speaking of
our
tradition, your
tradition,
tradition.
our family tradition, the Christmas Carol, we are back doing that. We have our 2019 version that has been so popular. It is gorgeous and beautiful, and It's a timeless retelling of Scrooge's redemption.
Right. And brings young people. You have children that are so eager to be on stage. This is the perfect opportunity. And for families to attend, to get to know the Hippodrome, which is, again, part of bringing people to live theater, reaching out to the younger generation.
And we absolutely love working with the kids. I'm in the process of auditioning them right now, and it's such a thrill. It's one of my favorite moments is getting to work with the kids.
I can see from that smile.
And then in January,
it continues.
It continues. Then we're doing a musical in January this year.
Now this is unusual. 2 musicals within your season.
2 musicals, and this one is the Tony Award-winning Next to Normal. It follows a modern-day family struggle with their own family dynamics and trying to make their way in the world while struggling with mental illness. We're going to be partnering with some community partners and working with our community on that. But this is a Tony Award-winning. It won for the best musical rock score. It will stay with you. This is a moving, amazing story.
And it seems like the time is right, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just many people are struggling. Families, post-pandemic processes going on.
Yeah.
And again, yes, this will start an important conversation that can be shared by many in this community. So important work that comes from live theater, that the Hippodrome is a leader in providing to this community. And once again, we still have more to talk about, but it's time for another break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Hippodrome Theater. And Stephanie, keep us going through the season. What's up next for the main stage?
The spring play is a play called White, which was actually featured as our first in our series, our Hip Unplugged reading series, which we started back in 2019 in our second stage where the cinema is. We do staged readings of new plays or by underrepresented playwrights, sometimes local playwrights. It's a place where we can experiment, we can bring in young talent
and give them that opportunity.
Give them that opportunity to explore their work, and it's a super exciting series, and I always invite people.
You
always,
audience is invited.
Please.
Yes, so it's
Everyone.
another way to discover the Hippodrome.
Yes.
Other ways.
And White was the first one that we read in our Hip Unplugged series, so we have now moved it to the main stage. Yes, it's about an artist struggling to get into a gallery, and he ends up hiring an actress to be his alter ego. It's hysterical.
Intriguing.
And it is also very pointed. It's talking about representation and racism, and it is so funny. I love playwrights that can take serious material and make us laugh.
Because by doing so, again, we discover more about ourselves.
That's right.
And start a conversation.
Exactly. And then that launches us into the summer musical, which is, of course, always announced at the beginning of the year. So
you've got to keep us guessing.
Yes. But last year's Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder was a huge success.
That was.
Huge success.
And we always want you to keep that summer musical going all summer long.
We do try.
I know, and it's appropriate. And you talked about, the cinema.
Yes.
And congratulations, it's back. Thank you to Wild Spaces and Public Places.
Yes, their sales tax is what allows that renovation to happen. We have just reopened it at the beginning of September. Please, everyone in the community, come see this just
magnificent,
gorgeous newly renovated space.
And the only art cinema.
That's right.
In our community. And so what does that mean?
That means you get to see movies here that you wouldn't get to see at the AMCs, if you will. The smaller movies, documentaries, independent films. We actually have a lot of movie series that we're working on. One is we're streaming the National Theatre from London once a month. We have our cocktails and classics where you come, you get a little nosh, you get a cocktail, you get to see a classic movie. And we're working on several other series that we're going to be rolling out this fall and this spring.
And you do film festivals.
We
You've
do.
done the Jewish Film Festival.
Yes, yes.
An annual event, which
We've
we
done Cinema
appreciate.
Verdi before.
Yes.
We've done all sorts of cinema festivals. There's always something super interesting going on. It's a very eclectic mix of
It
movies.
is, and now with the new facility,
Oh, yes.
all upgraded, the new seats.
Oh, the new
everything,
seats.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's even more spectacular. And again, part of all that we can discover about the Hippodrome.
That's right.
And then there's still more. There's always things going on in your basement.
Yes, we have wonderful events that are happening on a monthly basis in our basement. We have Hipvana,
Yes.
which is salsa dancing.
Yes.
Elio comes and there's
gotta
a
get to
class,
that.
and it is ridiculously amazing and fun. We also have basement sessions once a month, which is a series we are featuring local musicians. Local up-and-coming musicians, and then we have our Scene Queens, which is a combination of drag and burlesque once a month. It is fabulous.
Yes,
It is
it
in every sense of the word fabulous,
Yes.
and so inspiring.
Right, and fun, and another
So much
glimpse
fun.
into the richness and talent of our community.
That's right.
Which is again a draw to the Hippodrome.
Mm-hmm.
You're right there in the center of Gainesville, bringing it all together. What about the sip and stroll?
Oh, my
so
gosh.
we can discover the Hippodrome
Yes.
as the history of this iconic building.
We do a guided tour of the history and all of the spaces in the building once a month. Sometimes it's twice a month, but I think once a month. You get a ticket, you get a drink,
Yeah.
and it's
Get your
almost
sip
2
and your
hours.
stroll.
You sip and you stroll, and it's about a 2-hour tour. You get all the hidden gems. You get all of the stories by our amazing tour leaders. It is-
Including that elevator.
including that elevator.
boop, down.
That's right. But it's truly an original experience.
It is, and another wonderful opportunity to visit the Hippodrome. And we're going to take one more break.
Great.
And stay with us. We'll be right back. We're discussing the Hippodrome Theater. Well, Stephanie, we brought the year to a close. It's going to be a great season. We've talked about so much more, including educational opportunities at the Hip.
Yes, the education program at the Hippodrome is
It's grown.
it is if anything the heart of the Hippodrome, because
Right.
that is what there is so much amazing outreach that goes through the education program. We have so many children come through the education. We do adult education classes.
I see that, right. Workshops.
Workshops. The education department is amazing with the depth and breadth of what they offer. I just encourage everyone to check the website, because there is something for everyone
I agree.
through that department. And like I said, some of the outreach that they manage to do is
You stand
just
in awe, right?
I do. I stand in awe.
And I encourage everyone to get the emails from the Hippodrome. That's how
Yes.
you know what's going on. Go and
Yes.
sign up through the website, because this increases your knowledge, and so you can jump on things. And education, you have talkbacks after a lot of these performances.
We do.
On the Sunday afternoon to increase our opportunity to share.
Absolutely.
To share the thoughts.
There's nothing like a little sneak peek behind
Right.
the
What's
performance
happening.
and the stage. It's like, how did that happen? And that kind of knowledge makes everything even more special and more
It
fun.
does.
We have so many opportunities. We encourage people to sign up for the newsletters. That way you can see the breadth of what is offered and find what inspires you.
Exactly.
And maybe it's the visual arts, maybe it's the salsa dancing, maybe it's the cinema or the theater
Right,
or the
but you need to
readings,
know.
but there's something there for everyone.
I agree.
Yes.
And of course, we want you to buy your season tickets. We want you to be there. It's also important, your donors, your sponsors,
Yes.
the people that make all this happen because they care, including the Leading Ladies Giving Circle, of
That's
which I'm
right.
proud to be a member. And we have grown in numbers, and we'll be giving responding to your wish list on behalf of the Hippodrome, and with our financial support, giving grants to make things happen. So we invite people to join the Leading Ladies.
Yes.
the Giving Circle, and to help in other ways, legacy giving. There's lots of opportunities, and this is all on the website too, but still, we encourage people to go there, to get there, to learn.
Theater is a nonprofit. In order to keep the ticket prices where people can afford to come, and we offer pick your price previews to make sure that we are
I saw that.
accessible.
Right.
We have two shows are rush tickets every week to make sure that people can experience theater. And in order to do that, we need supplemental, we need sponsors, and we need donors.
Right.
And we thank this community for having been there for the Hippodrome.
I know we love that phrase, keep Gainesville hip.
Yes.
But it means a lot, because we value keeping Gainesville hip. It comes back to us. It is so meaningful. And I want to say, I love the downtown. I grew up in Gainesville. My family had a clothing store downtown. There is plenty of parking downtown.
Yes,
Do
there
not
is.
let that keep you from experiencing the Hippodrome. There's lots of different opportunities. We're sharing that with our viewers now.
Great. And it's on our website as well. I
Okay.
promise there is parking.
So we don't want people to worry about that. Yes. And there's still more. Okay, share some of the things there's so much we haven't covered, I know.
Oh my gosh.
And another thank you. You have made through your educational opportunities, you have brought in underserved children and that part of our population whose life didn't include live theater, but everyone should have the opportunity to experience it. And
Absolutely.
that adds value to our community.
And one of the
as a
things we're
whole.
able to do in Alachua County is bring in schools matinees for
Exactly.
the Christmas Carol with very discounted tickets and support. And again, that's when the community supports the Hippodrome, that allows us to turn around and support the community.
I agree. You are really an economic engine for this community. It's often not expressed or known, but the value of a regional theater of the caliber of the Hippodrome, being part of this community, being in our downtown area, adds to our entire community. And I want to thank you, Stephanie, once again for being our guest, and for everyone at the Hippodrome. And I look forward, of course, to many more seasons to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. And I hope I will see you at the Hippodrome. I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next time.